Hi paper crafters, this is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Michigan. I'm here in Phoenix, and the first card I made for you, I wanted to show you, was really quite simple, but I think you'll enjoy it. We're going to be using the Heartwarming Hugs DSP, which is just gorgeous. A panel of Whisper White that is 1/4 of an inch smaller than an A7 card, so that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And the Forever Greenery Trim, the combo, which has this beautiful gold cord in it. And then we have the Wonderful Gems, which has some clear and red gold glitter. Then we're going to be using the three smallest circles of the stitched shaped dies, and then the 2 circles from the Tasteful Labels dies. And I'm going to be using the Pine Tree Punch and some adhesive. The largest of the dies that I brought out, the largest circle of the dies I brought out, I cut a piece of Whisper White with them. And I'm going to be setting that off to the side. And then I'm going to be taking the different size circles and cutting out each side of the DSP. So I have several different size circles of the DSP, and we're going to go through all of them. I'm going to leave this at real speed because Terry, the wonderful woman that I am helping out with her hip surgery, she wanted to do something nice for me, and we got our nails done, and I decided to get some acrylic nails on, and it's been a really long time since I've had acrylic nails. And I forgot how thick they were and how difficult they are to work with. So I thought I would show you how much fun I had working with these new nails. It takes a while to get used to them. I've always had relatively, longer nails, not really short nails. So I was always able to pick up things pretty easily, but oh my goodness, these acrylics are something else. What I'm going to do for this card is just place the circles mostly to the right of the panel and then down and swoosh to the left. I saw a similar card that just used different colored paper, and I thought, oh, the Heartwarming Hugs DSP would be beautiful. And the top circle there is my favorite pattern. I think it's just gorgeous. I only purchased 1 pack of this, but I think I'm going to have to purchase another one. This would be an absolutely terrific card to mass produce because it is so simple. All you'd have to do is take your die cutting machine, make several circles, cut out several circles in different sizes, and you'd be good to go. I actually use the 4 dies every time I ran it through. So I was able to do one side and then, with 4 different dies. So I was able to make 4 circles at a time. It was perfect. But I'm so glad I brought this Take Your Pick tool because, let me tell you, oh my goodness, this is hilarious. And then I get it stuck, and it's just funny. I thought you'd like to laugh with me about how crazy these things are. I did make my first video, and unfortunately it was completely and utterly out of focus. When I am in my craft room at home, I have my DSLR. That's what I shoot with. I don't shoot with my iPhone. I shoot with my DSLR, and that's hooked up to an old computer monitor so that I can see what you see. I can see while I'm working, so I can see if I'm in the shot or out of the shot or whatever. And here, of course, I didn't bring that extra monitor because, that would be crazy. I already had 52 pounds in my suitcase because I brought all of the stamp stuff that I could. All right, I'm going to interrupt here really quickly. This pattern, this checkered, what do I want to say? this plaid is beautiful, the red and the green and the white. And I punched that out with the pine tree punch, and I wanted to use the tree with the plaid. But watch, I'm going to make a mistake here. But so I don't even know where I was. I'm sorry. But, with all of the different things, I didn't have enough. I brought 52 pounds with me, and I still did not have enough stuff. But I was telling you about how I was shooting, and then when I watched it afterwards, it was completely out of focus, and it looked terrible. So I had to do it again. And since I have limited stock here, I was like trying to get my circles cut out in the itty bittiest little, I was using slivers of cardstock. It's funny. But here I make my mistake. I put the adhesive on the wrong side, but I fix it. So I'll show you that I just used the opposite side of the tree. But I really wanted to use the tree in the plaid. But oh well, life happens. So when I went to the airport, like I said, it was 52 pounds, and I was like, oh, I'll just take some stuff out and put it in my carry-on. She's like, no, it's only 52 pounds. I'm like, what? Are you sure? It was really surprising. I flew American that they let me take on 2 extra pounds, actually 2.9 extra pounds. But I guess it was because we were so empty. The plane was just so empty, and we actually had each row to ourselves. They, for some reason, gave us a bigger plane than we needed, and so everyone had an entire row to ourselves. It was so nice. It was a 4-hour flight here from Michigan, and I slept most of the way, so it was great. It was comfortable. I was able to lay back in my seat and not feel guilty because no one was in my way. It was so nice. But here, look at this. I can't pick it up. But here, this is where I just decided to turn over my tree. Yes, it's boo-boo, but it's green. It still looks nice. And I'm going to double up on my dimensionals here because I want it, the tallest thing on my card. So it's popped up twice. And I did forget to take off one of the backings of the dimensional, so I'm going to fiddle and fuss with this here. Try to get it off with my nails, which is quite funny. If you have the itty bitty Christmas stamp set, taking one of those cute little sentiments and placing it over this tree would look adorable. Of course, not only did I not bring it, but I don't have it. I chose just to get the die, but now I'm kind of, hitting myself because I really think it would be great for this card. And I really like it. It's an eye-catching card, and it could be mass-produced so easily that it would be great to send out, but it really needs that sentiment over the top, don't you think? Yeah, I think so. Oh well, live and learn. I love this pattern of DSP. As you know, I'm here taking care of a friend who had hip surgery, and I did this the night that she was in the hospital. I was exhausted, but she stayed over, and I did this that night. I was working on the floor and working on a TV, like a coffee table, trying to set everything up because I didn't want to take everything off of her table. She has her table nicely set up, but I'm going to have to do something differently because sitting on the floor was not good for me at all. But, what are you going to do? I have 3 large full-size poodles here with me. They're lovers, I'm telling you. They just love to sleep with me, and they love to be pet and loved on, but they really wanted in on the action, and I had to keep them away, or you would have saw their cute little faces. I really like this card, but it needs some cord from the, I think I told you the greenery, Forever Greenery trim, and I'm going to fuss and fiddle with it, but I think it needs it. I never thought that it needed a messy thing until, a year ago, and then I started really using these messy little circle behind the element things. I know you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to wrap this around on my fingers, and then I'm going to fiddle and fiddle and fiddle with it. I did make a really nice one on my first attempt, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. It's a little bit different, and I think you'll like that one too. So as you know, you just wrap it around your hand, and I needed to wrap it around, the larger part of my hand because the circle is a pretty good size. And right here, this is going to turn out great. Well, in a minute it will. But you just wrap it around and then you pinch it. Let me see, just pinch it, and then you stick it down with some, there you go, see? And it looks great. You just, see, yeah, like that. And then it looks pretty good behind your element if it was big enough. So I'm going to rip it up here and do it again on the larger part of my hand. I didn't think I had that small of hands, but I do. I attempt to just pull it out, and that's not going to work. Do I leave it for now? Oh, yeah, I leave it for now because I think that I can wing it, but I'll change it in a little bit. I'm going to take these wonderful gems, they're called. They're some glittered in these epoxy gems, and decorate the Christmas tree, and then put one on top. So it's funny, I would have just used my nails before, and I'm really relying on this take your pick tool. Now, I really should have flipped it over and, destictified, removed it from the back, and then picked it up with this side. But instead, look at this. See, now I'm like, oh yeah, I better. It's so weird having nails on when you're just not used to it. I don't know. I'm here for 3 weeks, and in Michigan, we're shut down, and they just shut down the nail salons again. So if I want to keep them, I have to get them here, get them filled and everything here. So we'll see. But this is the one that I did with the sentiment, and I really like the sentiment. This one's my favorite. You're going to see me pull this one up and redo it here. But you got the gist on how to do them if you're not sure how to do it. But yeah, you guys have a great day. I already have another card in mind. I'm going to probably do it tomorrow, and I'll bring it up for you guys the next couple of days. Really quickly, there is a great sale, 10% off just about everything in the annual catalog on November 24th, and you can look on the website. There's a few exclusions, but not many. So 10% off right before Thanksgiving. You guys have the greatest day. I hope that your week is phenomenal. All right, see you next time.